So this past summer, I challenged my Discord server to write the worst possible episode of Doctor Who. If you're not already aware, this is actually part 2 of this 2-part video. If you want part 1, just click here. If not, here's a quick summary of what happens when you get 20 different people to write a Doctor Who episode with absolutely no communication with one another.
Oh!
We need to get him to Asda, lads. Their food is such low quality that it will save Wilf from the brink of death. Okay, after considering how to stop the Daleks without starting a war, I have concluded that we must kill the first Dalek to ever have visited Earth.
It's me! Nardi!
Exterminate, exterminate, exterminate.
These documents tell you how to find the last Dalek.
No, it can't be! You're supposed to be a legend! Myth!
Yes, it is us, the cult of 2-for-1 deals. Doctor, you must help the Tesco Daleks destroy the Asda Daleks.
Also, Doctor, I found out that you and the Master are... brothers.
Exterior Asda car park. Wilf prances around the car park in a sexy Dalek costume. A group of Asda Daleks leave the supermarket.
Cooey, over here, my Dalek darlings.
He prances and dances around stage.
I find myself aroused by this beautiful specimen. Let us pursue her.
The Daleks move towards Wilf.
No, my friends, I love you and I want to marry all of you. You are the loves of my life and I never want to spend a second without you in my arms.
Wilf runs over to Dalek 1 and kisses it on the eye stalk. He sheds a tear as he thinks that he will be killed.
I just want you to know that I've always loved you, my friend.
Suddenly, the hatch on Dalek 1 opens and a figure walks out. It is the Master.
Master, I should have known that you would be involved in this business.
Oh, my dear Doctor, you have been naive.
The Master pulls out his tissue compressor and points it at the Doctor and Wilf. He runs over to Wilf and kisses him on the forehead. The Doctor begins to cry.
Master, I have always loved and cared for you. Would you give me to the Daleks now?
Doctor, we really can't be discussing our children with these geezers. Anyway, this is no time for melodramaticism.
But if you two are brothers and you created children together...
The Master points his tissue compressor at himself and fires.
No! Master, I don't care that we created incest children. I just want to love you. Ah!
But Doctor, who are your children and where are they now?
We had many children, my dude. 2 of the most famous were Mario and Luigi. They were the best sons that I could have ever had.
Interior TARDIS. The 8th Doctor stands in the console room, meaningfully staring into the middle distance. Wilf and Ace stand off to the side, occasionally exchanging concerned glances. Wilf has changed back into his favourite thong. Doctor, I know you're sad, but we had to leave the Master to save Asda.
Well, exactly. Look at Asda. Not remotely important. But me? I could do so much more. So much more. But this is what I get. My reward. And it's not fair!
But Doctor, if we don't save Asda then there'll be no point in life anyway.
You're right. We must save Asda. But I think we will need some help.
Instead of dematerialising, the TARDIS shakes and makes a wheezing noise. The Doctor races to the monitor to see what is happening.
Sontarans perverting my TARDIS? They must have followed us from the Asda grocery section.
Wilf moves to the TARDIS doors and opens them. The Sontarans are so shocked by the magnificence of Wilf in his thong that they spontaneously vaporise, each leaving a potato behind. The 8th Doctor is just about to pull the lever when they hear knocking on the TARDIS doors.
Oh my love, how I've missed you.
Psych, I turned evil again, ruining any character development that had happened to me. I will now monologue about my nefarious plans in exquisite detail, so you have the necessary information to work out how to stop.
Sorry, I don't have the time. I've got to save Asda, so please, cut to the chase, will you?
I have made an alliance with the Cybermen to conquer the universe.
Wow, that's a very unique alliance. I sound so... If I was a fictional character, which I'm not of course, I'd applaud the ingenuity and creativity of the writers who made this story.
The Master steps back to reveal a sky full of hot pink cyber warships.
The universe will be deleted.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
The 8th Doctor holds his sonic screwdriver up to the sky and presses the button. The cyber warships shimmer but do not disappear. The 8th Doctor presses harder on the button, determination visible in his face. Sweat pours off his hand and onto the ground, forming a pool which turns the potatoes back into Sontarans on contact, but his efforts are to no avail.
Wilf, Ace, do something.
I love you, Doctor!
The entire cyber fleet disappears. The Doctor, Wilf and Ace exchange victory elbow bumps.
Rats, another dastardly plan foiled. Your mum is bad, Doctor.
Sorry, Doctor, but I have to agree with him on this one. Your mum kept on invading my telly when I was trying to watch Downton Abbey.
Interior Asda Fortress. The last Dalek, now the new Dalek Emperor, is positioned in the middle of the largest room, filled with hundreds of Daleks. Suddenly a green Dalek enters the room.
Emperor, the Science Division has news for you. The new Time Destructor is ready. Excellent. Prime the Destructor. Prepare to exterminate 57 years of history. 57? Explain such a specific integer. I have scammed the communications of humans from the future. They speak of a man who has destroyed 57 years of history, which lies perfectly with the end of the Imperial Renegade War. In order to abide by the laws of time, we must commit. Prime the Destructor. Exterminate, exterminate, exterminate!
Interior inside of the TARDIS. The Doctor, Ace and Wilf are returning to Asda to destroy the Dalek Emperor. So we have our supplies. I've stocked up with several canisters of Nitro 9. Your Sonic can instantly destroy Daleks thanks to the supplies there, and Wilfred has bought a thong themed after his favourite video essayist. Exterior field. The TARDIS materialises in the middle of a field surrounded by a forest. The fam step out.
Oh my word.
This is not Brill, Ace or Wicked.
Chibnall Almighty.
The Asda Fortress has expanded tremendously. It now covers all of Sheffield.
No! Yes!
As a youth, I would weep in butcher's shops.
And Ryan and Graham?
Doctor, I'm so sorry. You must have cared about these people so much. What a shame it is to lose them.
Nah, I didn't give a left foot about him, lol.
Attention all Daleks, 57 years of history will be obliterated in an unknown amount of realms. Seek shelter in the fortress.
Of course, they must have gone onto Twitter in March 2020. A time of incoherent gibberish. We have to stop the Daleks.
They could have kidnapped some of your companions along the way, otherwise they'd have tried to stop them.
The Master could be involved too. And don't forget about the Daleks Destroyer, we need to stop them.
Thanks, exposition. Nah, screw that. We have a time machine. We can go back to whenever we want. I just want to get pissed in some cheap pub right now.
Wicked.
Exterior, London.
Bye? What the hell's that?
Hello, good sir. Could you please point us to the nearest pub?
Another one of your stupid pranks. Did Ollie put you up to this?
I swear I'm gonna tear out his entrails once I find him.
Who's Ollie? I have no idea what you're Ow! You broke my freaking nose.
Stay here, I'll be back after I'm finished with your pal Ollie.
Do you want me to blow him up, Doctor?
No, stay away from him. Even the Daleks were too scared to attack him during their numerous invasions of this planet. You'd be dead in seconds.
Oh, fine. Let's get you to that pub.
Yes! I could sure use a drink right about now.
Interior, pub. The fam are sitting at a table in the corner of the pub, opposite the door.
Wow, that still hurts. Has the bleeding stopped?
Wilf removes his thong. Everybody is shocked, only to find that he has a second one underneath.
Here, put this on your nose. It ought to stop the bleeding.
Now let's immediately forget about that bad Dalek design.
The Doctor promptly moves around the console and pulls down a lever before snapping off as the TARDIS activates. What have you done now, Doctor? Exterior, a grey slabbed back alley where the TARDIS materialises. The Doctor exits the TARDIS with Ace.
So where are we then?
We're in Slough!
No! We can't be here! We have to leave! Now!
Doctor, what happened?
The plot demanded it for tension, but that's not the problem. It will appear this plot has it will appear this plot thread becomes boring. Okay, hang on. The plot demanded it for tension, but that's not the problem. It will appear when this plot thread becomes boring. That'll do.
Ace walks into a nearby street. Seems just like every other concrete town.
No!
Ace is promptly swarmed by pedestrians as they pass by causing Ace to become grey.
Oh no, Wilf! She's infected! Don't worry, Ace! We'll cure you in a convoluted, stupid and unexplained way!
The pedestrians then notice the Doctor and Wilf before running down the alleyway chasing them.
A convoluted, stupid and whatever you said way? What does that mean?
It means we do whatever the plot demands in the end. This is Doctor Who. There's never any lasting consequences.
I see. What about if we go into that portal that just appeared?
A portal appears out of nowhere. Oh no, they're escaping. Let's chase them by just stealing his TARDIS and pretending to know how to fly it.
Yeah, the plot will let us pilot his vessel. It'll bring dramatic tension.
Exterior, another street alley.
Another alleyway? Nothing can go wrong.
Of course! We've lost the portal, therefore losing disinfected humans. There is no way they can get here, especially because they won't be able to fly the TARDIS.
Hypocrite!
Visible confusion. Am I supposed to say that?
I felt like I should yell something at you when I got out, and that was the first thing that came to my mind.
What are we gonna do, Doc?
Run down alleyways.
They do until they reach a clearing. We see a new character, Tiffany Butcher.
Hey Doc, don't I know her from somewhere?
And I recognise this place. Hold on, I'll scan her with my sonic screwdriver.
The Doctor does.
It says she's a Karen. Oh no, this is my worst enemy. A place which gives me nightmares. We're in EastEnders.
Is this the dramatic tension which the plot requires me to do? If so, we're doomed! Way too much soap!
Infected Ace touches Tiffany. She turns grey. Tiffany runs past Wilf and the Doctor and connects herself into a thing which appears out of nowhere.
Oh no, we're doomed!
The machine that infected Tiffany has attached herself to begins retracting into the wall.
You've lost, Doctor. You'll never be able to stop us.
The machine has fully retracted and is now covered by a door-like mechanism.
Doctor, what do they mean?
Oh my! They seem to be draining the raw power of a Karen!
The only way to stop us and save your friends is to open this door. Which is carefully being constructed so no one can stop us.
The Doctor rushes to the door desperately trying to find a secret button.
Oh my god, with that much power...
They could destroy a lot more than just Slough, unfortunately.
The Doctor fumbles around the door looking really confused and irritable.
Now would you just shut up and let me work?
Wilf notices the giant red button that reads open next to the door and moves closer to the Doctor in order to let him know.
Hey Doctor, what about this
Now I know you're trying to help, but this is an alien door and is using technology miles ahead of your entire race. So please, just leave me work.
The Doctor starts to scan the door with his sonic screwdriver, desperately looking for a secret button or weak point in the door.
There's got to be some really complex way of opening this. I've just got to find it.
Infected Ace starts to have what seems like a fit, and after a minute or so she seems to return to normal. Oi Professor, have you tried that big red button that has open written on it yet?
Oh, that one. It seems to have only just appeared. I must have found a secret button.
The Doctor presses the button, foiling the plans of the mysterious voice.
Well, that could have gone smoother.
Oh really? The Doctor replies nothing and walks back into the TARDIS without glancing at the others. Without hesitation, Wilf and Ace start following him, when suddenly the TARDIS dematerialises, leaving the companions behind. Interior Hall. The Tharries, apparently broken, stands in the middle of nowhere in what seems to be a large warehouse. The air is cold and foggy, a surreal atmosphere fills the void. Suddenly, the Doctor stumbles out of the TARDIS, seemingly confused and afraid. He sinks to the ground and his gaze suddenly focuses on something behind the viewer. The camera turns and reveals an elderly man sitting behind a massive wooden desk, with nothing more than a little lamp on it.
Time travel is a complicated profession, don't you agree?
Who are you?
Names are a construct I myself think to be nonsensical. But throughout time and space, various people have given me various names. Some call me Werner Herzog, others might refer to me as God, and others, again, as Devil.
What am I doing here? Where are Wilf and Ace and, where am I? What have you done to me?
Well, this now is rather ironic. The brilliant and allegedly charming Doctor is close to tears. I have brought you to this place, my Reich, to give you a little reminder that the universe is larger and more complicated than even the Lords of Time could possibly imagine.
Oh, I know. Believe me, I do.
I do doubt that. This time I will let you go with a warning. Do not interfere with the laws of time any longer. Now leave, you spoon.
Because of valid reasons, the Doctor suddenly flies through the air into the TARDIS. Werner Herzog gives a cold glance to the TARDIS, which then proceeds to screech and dematerialise. Exterior, an open field, day. The TARDIS stands in the middle of some quiet and peaceful country. The Doctor steps out into strawberry fields. Before him lie untouched and beautiful hills, rivers and forests. He sinks to the ground, enjoying the peace.
Maybe this is what my life should look like. Without any of these stupid little donkeys. Who needs companions? This fat old Wilf and then Ace, Jesus. Like stupid fish.
Wilf and Ace are standing behind him, looking at him with a broken heart and disturbed looks on their faces.
Goodbye, especially you, Wilf. I think you wear the sexiest.
The Doctor sprints into the TARDIS, embracing Wilf in one last passionate kiss, with tears beginning to stream down his face. He slams the door on Ace and Wilf. Within seconds, the TARDIS dematerialises. No, Doctor! Wilf takes off his thong to reveal yet another thong as he wipes his tears.
this is but one place where this old man will truly feel at peace. It has been a groovy ride, old girl, but this might be the last.
The TARDIS wheezes in protest. The TARDIS scanner drops from the ceiling, the screen reads critical heart malfunction. An explosion erupts in the console. The TARDIS is sent into a frenzy, knocking the Doctor around the console room. In the moment before the scanner erupts into flames, the Doctor sees a faint image of a man in an alleyway. The TARDIS begins to settle as it materialises.
This is starting to look eerily familiar.
A fire stemming from the bookshelves begins to engulf the entire control room. The Doctor sprints to the doors as the TARDIS is swallowed around him. Exterior San Francisco, December 31st, 2000. The Doctor trips outside the TARDIS exterior doors into a familiar alleyway. The mysterious man raises a submachine gun at the Doctor. It's the Master, yet again.
Doctor! You thought you got rid of me after I recruited the assistance of the Cybermen for the very first time. You were wrong, my brother and ex-lover.
Master, please can you leave me alone? Just one incarnation without you, that's all I ask.
Ha! Better luck next time, Doctor! This time I have my other most original ally.
Two young thugs emerge from behind adjacent barrels, smirking with submachine guns aimed at the Doctor.
Master, no! Not like this. I don't want to get shot in this alleyway twice. Think of the children, Master. Our children.
A spray of submachine gun fire flies around the Doctor. The Doctor covers his precious and arousing face. In a few seconds the firing stops. The Doctor opens his eyes to see the thugs lying in the dank dark alley, blood beginning to pool around them.
Ah! How could this be? Despite my years of planning, I could have never foreseen this. I'll be back, Doctor.
The Master slumps to the floor, revealing behind him the Doctor's old friend, Chang Li. Doctor, it's me, Chang Li. In the years since you saved me from the Master, all I've thought about is you. I knew I had to come back to see if I could find you again.
Chang Li! I spent this entire incarnation wondering where I'd bump into you again. After every adventure, I always wondered what it would be like if I had you.
Doctor, I think I love you.
I love you more. Now kiss me!
As Doctor Who and Chang Li embrace in a passionate and breathtaking kiss, fireworks blaze around them as the clock strikes midnight on January 1st, 2001. The Doctor and Chang Li proceed to kiss in the alleyway for hours on end, as the forgiving TARDIS swings its doors open once more.
Come with me. We've got to catch up more intimately.
Where to now, Doctor? The Doctor and Chang Li walk into the TARDIS hand in hand. As the doors close, a brief and tender moan is heard from inside, as the TARDIS dematerializes off on Doctor Who's next adventure. The end. And I'd like to give a special thank you to my gold level patrons, Albrecht Erb, Mark Hippoldguy Taylor, and Stephanic Nevin Miller. Thank you a lot for your support.